Hello everyone, let's discuss about vitamin B3 or niacin. It is a water soluble vitamin. Synonyms are nicotinic acid, then PP factor, then pellagra preventing factor of Goldberger. Pellagra preventing factor of Goldberger. Then this vitamin, this is the structure of niacin. This is otherwise called as nicotinic acid. Niacin is chemically pyridine. This is a pyridine ring. Pyridine 3 carboxylic acid. In the third position there is carboxyl group. Niacin is chemically pyridine 3 carboxylic acid. In tissues it occurs as the amide form, that is nicotinamide. So COH group is replaced by CONH2 group. So it is called nicotinamide. In tissues it occurs as amide form. It is nicotinamide or niacinamide. In the amide form it enters into physiological active combination. Next we will see the biological active forms. Biological active forms. In tissues, nicotinamide is present largely as a dinucleotide, that is pyridine N linked to a D-ribose residue. This pyridine N is linked to a D-ribose residue. Two such nucleotide forms are there, NAD plus and NADP plus. NAD plus and NADP plus. We will see NAD plus and NADP plus. This is linked to D-ribose. This pyridine N is linked to a D-ribose. D-ribose, again D-ribose and adenine. So NAD plus means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Other names are DPN plus, then coenzyme 1, then cozymase or co-dehydrogenase. This compound contains one molecule of nicotinamide, 2 molecules of ribose, then 1 molecule of adenine and 2 molecules of phosphoric acid. This is NAD plus. Then coming to NADP plus, it is called nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Other names are TPN plus, then coenzyme 2. And then this NADP plus differs from NAD plus in that it contains an additional phosphoric acid attached to second position of D-ribose attached to the N9 of adenine. So here one more phosphoric acid will be there. So it differs from NAD plus in that it contains an additional phosphoric acid attached to second position of the D-ribose in that is attached to the N9 of the adenine. The reduced forms of both NAD plus and NADP plus are NADH and NADPH. These are the reduced forms of both NAD plus and NADP plus. Next we will see biosynthesis. Biosynthesis. This tryptophan, this amino acid tryptophan is a precursor of nicotinic acid in many plants. Amino acid tryptophan is the precursor in many plants and in human beings. 60 mg of tryptophan, 60 mg tryptophan can give rise to 1 mg of this niacin. Pyridoxal phosphate is required as a coenzyme in this synthesis. Pyridoxal phosphate. It acts as a coenzyme in this synthesis. Then it can be synthesized also by intestinal bacteria. Intestinal bacteria can synthesize this vitamin from tryptophan, again from tryptophan, and from other amino acids such as glutamic acid, proline, ornithine, and glycine. In human beings, it is from dietary sources, then from tryptophan, and by bacterial synthesis in intestine. So, 3 sources: dietary source, from tryptophan, and by bacterial synthesis in intestine. We will see the synthesis of NAD plus and NADP plus. This dietary nicotinic acid, niacin ribonucleotide, PRPP, PP. Here it is also from tryptophan, amino acid tryptophan. Then this is niacin ribonucleotide, means niacin ribose phosphate. Then by the enzyme NAD plus pyrophosphorylase, then here 1 ATP PPI, it is converted to desamido NAD plus, NAD plus. It is first converted to desamido NAD plus. Then by the action of glutamine, it is converted to glutamine. It is converted to glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. By the enzyme NAD plus synthetase. It is converted to NAD plus. Here 1 ATP. From NAD plus, it is this NADP plus is formed. NADP plus is formed by the enzyme NAD plus kinase. Here 1 ATP ADP plus PI. So, from dietary nicotinic acid and tryptophan, niacin ribonucleotide is formed. Then by the enzyme NAD plus pyrophosphorylase, it is converted to desamido NAD plus. Then by the enzyme NAD plus synthetase, by utilizing 1 glutamine, it is converted to glutamic acid. This desamido NAD plus is converted to NAD plus. Then by the action of the enzyme kinase, NAD plus is converted to NADP plus. This is the biosynthesis of NAD plus and NADP plus. Then coming to degradation of NAD plus, NADP plus irreversibly gives NAD plus. This NAD plus can be from nicotinic acid. This nicotinic acid is from dietary sources, then from tryptophan, then from intestinal bacterial synthesis. Then this NAD plus is first converted to nicotinamide and D-ribose. By the enzyme NAD plus ACE. Here 1 water molecule. Then by the enzyme nucleotide pyrophosphatase. It is converted to nicotinamide mononucleotide, that is NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, and AMP. This is the degradation of NAD plus. That is the formation of nicotinamide. Nicotinamide is not formed directly from nicotinic acid. It is formed by the degradation of NAD plus and this NADP plus. So, nicotinamide is formed by the degradation of NAD plus and NADP plus. We will see the metabolism. Absorption. This nicotinic acid and its amides are absorbed from small intestine. Whole blood contains about 0.2 to 0.9 mg per 100 ml. 0.2 to 0.9. Its average is about 0.6 milligram percentage. Then in RB cells, it is about 1.3 mg percentage. 1.3 mg percentage. Then in this total plasma activity, total activity is about 0.025 to 0.15 mg percentage. The average is 0.075 mg percentage. Then most of the nicotinic acid and its amide is in blood is in RB cells as coenzyme. Most of the nicotinic acid and its amide is in RB cells as coenzymes. Values in blood are not altered even in severe niacin deficiency. So its determination is of no value in the detection of clinical deficiency states. Coming to excretion. In urine, it is excreted as many forms. First one as nicotinic acid and nicotinamide. Nicotinic acid and nicotinamide. Normal adults on normal diet excretes both nicotinic acid and its amide in urine. That is nicotinic acid excretion is about 0.25 to 1.25 mg daily. Then coming to nicotinamide, it is about 0.5 to 4 mg daily. This is the excretion in urine. Then next as N-methyl nicotinamide. As N-methyl nicotinamide. Major urinary metabolite is a methylated derivative, that is N-methyl nicotinamide. The methylation occurs in liver by the enzyme niacinamide methyl transferase. Niacinamide methyl transferase. Here this methyl group is given by active methionine, that is nicotinamide by the enzyme methyl transferase. This CH3 group, methyl group is donated by active methionine. It is converted to N-methyl nicotinamide. N-methyl nicotinamide. So this is the major urinary metabolite, N-methyl nicotinamide. Then this oxidation products of N-methyl, then next as the oxidation products of N-methyl nicotinamide, that is 6-pyridine. 6-pyridine is the 6-pyridine and 4-pyridine. These are the oxidation products of this N-methyl nicotinamide. These are also excreted in urine. 6-pyridone and 4-pyridine. 6-pyridone and 4-pyridine. Then glycine conjugates of methyl derivatives are also excreted. Glycine conjugates. Then methylation, oxidation and conjugation takes place in liver. Next we will see the food sources. Both nicotinamide and coenzyme forms are distributed widely in plants and animals. Important food sources are: animal sources include liver, kidney, meat and fish. Vegetable sources are legumes, that mostly peas, beans and lentils. Then nuts, certain green vegetables, coffee and tea. Nicotinamide is present in high concentration in germ and pericarp, that is bran in cereal grains. Yeast is also particularly a rich source. Then poor sources include fruits, milk and eggs. That is the food sources. Next we will see metabolic role. Metabolic role. coenzymes NAD plus and NADP plus act as hydrogen and electron transfer agents by reversible oxidation and reduction. They act as hydrogen and electron transfer agents. That is, this NAD plus oxidized, NAD plus. This is the reduction of NAD plus. Reduction of NAD plus occurs in para position. This is the para position. One hydrogen loses an electron and enters the medium as H plus. It enters the medium as H plus. Function of NADP plus is similar to that of NAD plus in hydrogen and electron transport. The two coenzymes are interconvertible. This NAD plus and NADP plus, they are interconvertible. The important enzymes to which NAD plus and NADP plus act as coenzymes are, for NAD plus it is their alcohol dehydrogenase, lactate dehydrogenase, malate dehydrogenase and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. For NADP plus, enzymes are glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase and glutathione reductase. This is the metabolic role. Then other roles are there. So in addition to the coenzyme role, NAD plus is the source of ADP ribose for the ADP ribosylation of proteins and poly ADP ribosylation of nucleoproteins that are involved in DNA repair mechanism. That are the other roles of NAD plus. Next we will see niacin antagonists. These antagonists are pyridine 3-sulfonic acid, pyridine 3-sulfonic acid and 3-acetyl pyridine. These are the antagonists of niacin. Next we will see clinical aspects, that is the deficiency manifestations. Nicotinic acid deficiency produces a disease called pellagra. Pellagra, that is pelle means skin, agra means rough. Features are described as 3 Ds. 3 Ds, that is dermatitis, then diarrhea and dementia. These are the features in pellagra. Then these precipitating factors are high corn or maize diet and alcoholism. These are the precipitating factors of pellagra. Then clinical features include clinical features of pellagra. In the case of skin lesions typically involves areas of skin exposed to the sunlight and subjected to pressure, heat or other types of trauma or irritation. These include face, neck, dorsal surface of the wrist, then forearms, elbows, breast and perineum. Skin becomes reddened, later brown and then becomes thickened and scaly. Then next is GI manifestations. GI manifestations include anorexia, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain with alternating constipation or diarrhea. Later, diarrhea becomes intractable. Then gingivitis and stomatitis with reddening of the tip and margin of the tongue, which becomes swollen and then cracked. Then echlorhydria present in about 40% cases. in 40% cases. Then thickening and inflammation of the colon with cystic lesions of the mucosa, then which later becomes atrophic and ulcerated. That is GI manifestations. Then next is cerebral manifestations. These cerebral manifestations include headache, insomnia, depression and other mental symptoms ranging from mild psychoneurosis to severe psychosis. General effects include inadequate growth, loss of weight, anemia. This anemia which may be due to associated deficiency of other vitamins. Dehydration and its consequences resulting from diarrhea. Then additional factors. Deficiency of riboflavin or vitamin B2 or pyridoxine or B6 can contribute to etiology of pellagra. So deficiency of riboflavin and pyridoxine can contribute to etiology of pellagra. Both of these are required for the synthesis of niacin from tryptophan. Incidence of pellagra is greater in women than men. Reason is that estrogen metabolites can inhibit tryptophan metabolites and prevents the synthesis of niacin from tryptophan. Next we will see association of pellagra in other diseases. Pellagra in other diseases. First one is in carcinoid syndrome. Carcinoid syndrome, pellagra can occur in carcinoid syndrome. There is overproduction of 5-hydroxytryptamine. 5-hydroxytryptamine, which may use more than 60% of the tryptophan, producing the deficiency of niacin synthesis. That is in carcinoid syndrome. Next one in Hartnup disease. Hartnup disease. Pellagra may be associated with this Hartnup disease. Tryptophan deficiency occurs due to genetic defect in membrane transport mechanism for tryptophan and it results to great loss of tryptophan. Reason is that intestinal malabsorption and failure of renal absorption mechanism. Intestinal malabsorption and failure of renal absorption mechanism due to genetic defect. This is deficiency diseases. Then next one is, we will see daily requirement. Daily requirement in adult it is about 17 to 21 mg per day. Then infants it is about 6 mg daily. Then pre-adolescents it is about 17 mg daily. Requirement increases in increased calorie intake or expenditure, then acute illness or early convalescence, then after severe injury, then infection and burns, high corn or maize diet, then in pregnancy and in lactation. So this is about vitamin B3. This is today's topic. Thank you for watching.